What's going on, all of you fantastic freelancers? My name is William, and I hope you all are ready for a phenomenal week. I know I am. And to kick things off, I've noticed a few questions that seem to pop up fairly regularly in the comments section, and I'd figured I'd address them over the next few weeks in our videos. The most popular one, by far, is the difficulty of Anthem, with many feeling that the footage that we've been seeing from the Stockholm capture event and IGN's month of Anthem, making Anthem seem to be an easy, bullet-spongy mess. Let me start off by saying that couldn't be further from the truth, and it's my hope that this video will shed some light on these questions. First and foremost, let's break down how AI difficulty and scaling work in Anthem. Before you leave the safety of Fort Tarsus, you will select something to embark on, be it a contract, a story mission, stronghold, free play, and so on. After you have your activity locked in, you will need to select one of 6 difficulty settings, with 3 of them being locked off until you hit max level 30. The first 3 are your standard easy, normal, and master modes, which will increase the difficulty in which your enemy is defeated by increasing their health or potentially giving them more moves, while also increasing the intelligence of their AI. The following 3 difficulty settings only unlock after you hit level 30, the highest base level you can achieve in the game, these being Grandmaster ranks 1, 2, and 3. From what we understand as of right now, Grandmaster 1 is the first one you unlock once you hit level 30, with ranks 2 and 3 unlocking after you hit a certain gear threshold. It goes without saying that this difficulty setting isn't just given the title of Grandmaster to sound cool. Aside from your standard enemy AI and difficulty increase, we aren't quite sure what else there is to expect, but we are getting the inkling that there is something more to Grandmasters 1, 2, and 3 than meets the eye. But what difficulty setting you select is just one of the factors that will determine the overall challenge of Anthem's content. However many freelancers you decide to suit up with to take on the dangers outside the wall will also scale up or down your enemy's overall challenge. As many of you will notice from the Stockholm capture event footage on the other creators' channels, or even IGN's solo gameplay profiles on the Storm and Interceptors, most of the footage was played solo on either normal or master mode. A fairly regular complaint I saw on Twitter and in IGN's comment section was about how jokingly easy everything appeared to be. Keep in mind one of 2 things. The Lost Arcanus mission is one of the first missions you receive during Anthem's critical path, and is more of a mission to get you acquainted with fighting in the open world setting. Secondly, you'll notice the enemy AI has scaled back accordingly to the number of javelins fighting them. If you are playing solo, you will by no means have an easy time in master mode, but you will find it slightly easier than if you were playing with another freelancer or in a full group. Anthem's experience is apparently more rewarding in a group setting, which I kind of agree with, but we discussed that in greater detail in a previous video, which I will leave a card to above for you solo players. You also need to keep in mind your freelancer level and the overall power rating of your attachments and components. For starters, there will be places that you'll have access to that are way too dangerous for you from the start of the game in free play. It's nice to see this, as my good friend GRIMSLINGER pointed out, and it almost gives you that classic MMO feeling of either attempting to tackle that challenge or run like hell away and gear up for that fight later on. But verging away from the solo player experience, let's discuss Anthem's squad experience, starting with your group leader. Say you are the group leader here, and you are rank 30 with a nearly full loadout of masterwork and legendary gear, while I'm a level 15 with mostly rare gear or a few pieces of uncommon gear here and there. You are obviously more powerful than I am, and in most games, that would either mean I don't get to play with you, or if you were to come back and help me play the critical path, and by the time that I blink, the entire battlefield would be nuked to bits. Fortunately, Anthem has a solution to this whole thing. I would scale up to a freelancer of your level and be able to deal similar damage to you, as you being the group leader alters damage done and taken relatively. However, no matter what the setting is, Anthem will always make you feel stronger, as you will have greater utilities, abilities, inscriptions, masterwork properties, and so on. This allows me to play strongholds and other content with you to help me gear up, or for you to help me with the critical path without you being overpowered and spoiling the content for me. A few things of note here are that I will still not be able to play at the Grandmaster difficulties with you until I hit level 30 and whatever gear rating threshold that you are at. Also, keep in mind that you will still be rewarded with gear on your power level, as mission rewards or random RNG drops even by helping me on level 15 missions, so you aren't wasting your time by helping me play catch-up. Lastly, you can jump ahead of the critical path by playing with your higher level friends' story missions without affecting your own story or skipping chapters. However, you will be given a spoiler warning, and I really don't encourage you all to go on ahead and jump the critical path, as you will be missing huge plot points, and I mean, you can do it if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. So in conclusion, Anthem by every mechanic and every other piece of information that we have so far indicates that it won't be as easy or bullet spongy as we have seen so far in the past few weeks. The footage that we have seen so far is more or less to show off the game and the javelins, not to mention that the content we have been seeing is from the alpha build of the game. The demos will still be much better representations of Anthem's current difficulty settings and for you all to get an overall feel for it. Do you still have questions about Anthem's difficulty or still feel it's way too easy? Leave a comment below and I will help you address your concerns as best as I am able as I read through them all. And if you are enjoying the content we are making on your game, Anthem, then consider leaving a like and subscribing for more regular videos and discussions just like this one. As always, a monumental thank you to my patrons for their generous donations and support. I have been overwhelmed and forever humbled by your support and the new supporters to the extent that I have never even thought that this would be happening. I hope all of you fantastic freelancers have a phenomenal week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next video very soon. Onwards and upwards, freelancers. Excelsior.